Best year of all for Michael Jordan as the Bulls. 72 wins a year ago, 69 this year, the reigning NBA champion. Steve Javie, Joe Forte, Ted Bernhard are the officials set to go.
Key tonight for Chicago, pounding the offensive glass. Key.
Bringing it up for Chicago.
Bulls are very tough in transition in this building.
Jordan misses from three, batted out, and Jordan's going to get it back. Jordan flips to Caffey, and a great play. On a great pass by Michael Jordan, Caffey gets his second basket.
You can see the team struggled. They lost 6 games.
Jordan with his first basket, and it comes with more than halfway through this opening quarter. The NBA this year over 50%.
Well, what you like to do is maximize Michael and force him to defend.
Going past Millsap, and Michael Jordan with his second basket of the game.
He was fouled. Rodman steps out and takes a shot at him. This is a great crossover dribble by Michael. Now watch as he extends with that left hand.
Ron Harper back in the game. Brian Williams goes out, having scored 6 off the bench for Chicago. Michael Jordan hits the jumper. Jordan 3 of 7 from the field, has 6 points. Wide open, could not convert. Weber has been on the bench a long while with 3 personal fouls for the Bullets. Jordan with a flurry and a very nifty. That is Air Jordan.
Now just watch Michael take that step. Now how about this nice floater? Beautiful, beautiful finger roll.
If you want to score tonight, I think you better be a man, because I'll tell you, there's a lot of talent.
That's Michael Jordan. He's got 10 now. Lead getting down to the 2.5-minute mark. Jordan is left open against the screen, and you can just put it on. On top is Longley, and Jordan with a turnaround. He had Strickland on him.
Dick, in the first quarter, we did not see Michael on the post. Him on Jordan.
Kukoc finding Longley with 7 on the shot clock. Jordan shooting over Lorenzo Williams and hitting. So an interesting lineup in there.
Knowledge that he has about the game.
Pretty good guys to learn under when you're at that level. Foul was on Michael Jordan. Brian Williams in the game for the Chicago Bulls gets the pass back from Jordan. And in your face again as Williams gives Juwan Howard 7 on the shot clock, off the glass. Strickland misses in a rebound by Michael Jordan. Bulls with the ball and a 5-point lead with 8:22.
Oh, look out, Kerr.
Oh, my.
He had all night to shoot.
Well, I'll tell you, Dick,
Strickland was calling, pick him up, pick him up.
Double-digit lead for the first time tonight. 7:20 remaining in the fourth. Jordan goes right around Calbert Trainee, and a timeout will be called by the Washington Bullets.
That's just a great move by Michael. You see, Chaney tries to, chest up on him. No one rotates to pick him up. Why? Weber already has 5.
10-point lead for the Bulls. 6.5 to go. Jordan loses the ball, regains it, and hits it. Michael Jordan. 10 on the shot clock for the Bulls. Jordan against Legler. Feels he can do something against Legler. Fall-away jumper hits. Michael Jordan now with 27 points. Jordan coming into this game at average over 36 against the Bullets this year, so he has scored well against Washington. And a good foul is called.
Yep. They catch Michael on a strip.
87-74, 13-point lead for the Bulls. Here is Michael Jordan. And he's got 11 here in the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan gets a hand. Slow start offensively, but ended up with 29 points. 8 rebounds and 8 assists.
And he just did a terrific defensive job on Strickland in the second half.
The starting lineups for the Bullets: Chris Weber, Juwan Howard, 7'7" George Murassan, Rod Strickland, Calbert Chaney, and the Bulls with their usual starting lineup. So that means Phil Jackson once again will come off the bench with Dennis Rodman and Tony Kukoc. Getting down court, but he blew right there. In particular by Tony Kukoc and Dennis Rodman. Bill Wennington is out the rest of the season. There are some who look at the Bulls and say that they are vulnerable. And as I say that, Michael Jordan does the usual, hits the jump shot. And looking back since 1991 in first round playoff action, the Bulls have been able to coast right through. They've won 19 of 20. The one loss was game 2 to Charlotte. back in April of 1995. Dennis Rodman being chased by his good friend Chris Webber. And here's Michael Jordan. The best of 5. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, as they have combined for close to 50 points per game to lead the way this season. The Bulls, 23. Chaney leading the Bulls with 11. Michael Jordan leading the Bulls now with 12. Michael Jordan is back, as is Dennis Rodman. And Jordan off the bench and immediately hits the baseline jumper. He has 16.
It's maybe getting a little bit too late, but Tracy Murray is already off and running. They're going to have to find a way to shut him down.
Michael Jordan with 18 points. Miami goes up 2-0 with the series headed to Orlando Tuesday night for game number 3. Michael Jordan with 20 points.
The offensive rebound and stick back to Howard.
Jordan, 22 for Jordan. Jordan met by Chaney off the fake. Yes. 24 for Jordan. With 16, Chris Webber with 14. Jordan, that's too easy. No resistance.
Well, Michael is stopping on a dime.
Bullets hoping to tie the series at 1. Here's going Brown. Change on that foul. Webber called, not Howard. Bullets by 4. Jordan cuts it to a 2-point lead.
Playing with more confidence right now.
Bulls have outscored the Bullets 15-8 in this third quarter. Chaney working hard for the shot. Dennis Rodman. And he has inspired this crowd. After the rough start, Bulls have hit their last 4 shots. Jordan. And the Bullets want to talk it over. Longley getting position on Harvey Grant. Jordan over Murray. 35 for Michael Jordan. 4 earlier today on NBC. The Miami Heat with another convincing victory over the Orlando Magic. Michael Jordan with 39 points, but the Bullets are within 4. Trying to tie the series at 1. Chicago looking to go up 2-zip. Jordan. We haven't seen that move in some time. Going baseline and extending. Open shot for Pippen. Rodman with the rebound. Jordan again taking it to the basket. Well, Michael Jordan, for the most part, has been doing it with jump shots.
In those knees, and you see opening up the middle for Michael Jordan. Rod Strickland too late getting over, and Michael Jordan exploding again, not with the dunk, but just able to flip it over Chris Webber.
And 45 and counting here tonight is all-time playoff high 63 against the Boston Celtics. April of '86. Jordan with the fake. Yes. Make it 47 for Jordan. And the Bulls lead 98-93.
Bullets not double teaming. Rod Strickland stayed at home with the dangerous Kerr on the perimeter, and let Jordan work on Chaney.
Webber had loose. And Pippen controlling the dribble. Jordan setting it up on Chaney. Standing ovation from this capacity crowd in Chicago.
The Washington Bullets choosing to play Michael Jordan primarily with single coverage, able to take it, get covered, Chaney in the air, shed in, and knock down another jump shot as Michael is really feeling it, and then getting by Chaney, stumbling, looking like he's losing his balance, getting a hand in his face, falling backwards, and Michael Jordan, take a look one more time as Michael Jordan can do no wrong.
And he has scored all 14 Chicago farce in the fourth quarter. Matt, looking at his teammates, you know they've seen many extraordinary performances, but they have been looking at each other every time Jordan has performed here in this fourth quarter and come through with an incredible shot. They cannot believe what they're watching. Shot clock at 7. Jordan eluding Cheney. Take it. 51 for Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is making such hard moves off the dribble that even the more aggressive the defense, you're going to run by him. He is just stopping on that dime.
And the reach-in foul on Jordan.
Calbert Cheaney has gotten burned time and time again, working very hard, but running by Michael Jordan, going for those pump fakes, trying to challenge shots. But Michael's moves have just been so definitive all night long.
And Michael traveling on his own personal list up to 51, passing by 2 previous 50-point games against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're down to 32 seconds remaining. The Bulls with the ball and a 3-point lead. Jordan double team, beating the guard. 53 for Jordan. The Bulls lead by 5, and the Bullets call for time.
Well, Michael Jordan popping out, being pressured by Calbert Cheaney, and Juwan Howard is going to come out to double team, but when he stands straight up, picks his own man up, and basically ushers Michael Jordan right to the basket.
At the line, if he hits both, it'll be 55 points, equaling the most that he has scored since the return from his retirement. He had that 55-point game against the New York Knicks.
Boy, there's a lot of circles there. The red ones are the good ones. You can see that. Michael Jordan did it all over the place.
Bullets do not have any timeouts remaining. Jordan has scored 19 of the Bulls' 22 points. Make it 20 of 23 in the fourth. He has 55 points. This will go down as one of the extraordinary playoff performances in the history of the NBA. Michael Jordan has taken over in the second half, and the Bulls defeat the Bullets 109 to 104. The stat line on Jordan, 21. Make it 22 of 35 from the field, 9 of 9 from the line.
Look at Dennis Rodman, who had a rather eventful start to the series. 23 minutes, 5 personals, 2 technicals, and was ejected. He gets the starting nod tonight and is wearing that brace on the knee. Look at Chris Webber. Key tonight will be to keep him and Juwan Howard out of foul trouble.
Absolutely. Also, it'll be important to see how Big George starts off. He's been so effective against his team.
Quickly, now Jordan. Frustrated by Cheaney. Jordan takes it. He's got it.
The big shot once again.
Jordan cuts, and he's got it. Now Jackson, his first try on Michael Jordan. Not successful. Jordan's able to score. Jordan. Randy Brown. Mirasan in position this time. Gets Rodman, and Rodman pushes Mirasan. Mirasan bumps Rodman. Lobbying for the push-up by Strickland, of all people to be lobbying the referees. Dennis Rodman.
No credibility, right?
Yeah, I was just going to say, it'd be a tough case. Michael Jordan, he's a tough one, and he's got the 2 points. The lead. And there he is, Michael on Calvert, fading away, he still has it.
And that's a nice effort that kind of gets these fans back on their toes again.
He gets the Bullets the lead. Jordan trying to reclaim it, and he does. 56-54, and how many times have we seen that all year from Tracy Murray in the corner, Pippen, and he buries it. 10-second shot clock. Jordan gets around Howard, look out. And Bernie Bickerstaff wants a timeout. The Bulls escaping out to a 65-57 lead on the Bullets. The Bullets need to talk about it. Speaking of which, and he gets the moves. Jared Jackson trying to guard him. Jordan will take it, and he's got it. 2-point Bulls lead. The Kukoc. Now Jordan. There he comes, and there he goes.
Offensive rebounds.
Juwan Howard now. 10-second shot clock. For Weber, hold on!
Boy, they worked that so timely.
Crowd as Howard will put it over Kukoc.
Well, you got to make those. There was no rebounding.
4 minutes left. Here comes Jordan. He wants to deliver. He does. And Calvin Chaney pleading for a traveling call, but that's right.
Unfortunately.
They drew sticks, and it was Chris Webber. So here we go. 7-point Bullets lead. Michael Jordan's got the tongue out, the shot down. 90-85.
Inside position.
7-second shot clock. Jordan escapes and scores. 7-second shot clock. Pippen will take it from 3. He's got it. 1-point game with 2 minutes left and a timeout call. That's 24 now for Rod Strickland. Now Jordan. An open Ron Harper. Jordan trying to sneak by Chaney. He scores. 1-point game.
Get up, they've got numbers.
Jordan shooting over Strickland. He scores again. And makes it 94-93. And suddenly the Bulls have the lead. Tie game with 22 seconds left. Howard makes both.
2 free throws.
95-94. The Bullets replay the lead. A timeout on the floor. Back both their home playoff games that series against the Detroit Pistons. Jordan against Chain. Stripped to the ball. Pippen recovers, drives, and scores. And goes down hard. And draws the foul. Pippen landing hard, but
From the Bulls.
he misses. The scramble for the rebound. 5.7 seconds left. 1-point Bulls game. Strickland. The dish to Chaney. The shot off the mark. The Bulls win. Well,
For the second round in the Eastern Conference playoff, it's game 1 of the best-of-7 series between the Atlanta Hawks and the world champion Chicago Bulls.
Against Detroit. Well, if you notice, he couldn't back Longley down. Longley 7'2", 290.
And Michael Jordan with his first field goal. And Jordan, fall away. Michael Jordan now with 4.
Henderson get back, get himself physically able.
Michael Jordan now, who got off to an 0-for-3 start. Here is Jordan against Blaylock. And Michael Jordan now with 9 points. Jordan. And he hits. He had Rakasner in his face, but Michael Jordan starting to find the stroke, has 11 points.
And once they go down inside, see, they have to come quick, but he just negates it by fading away. During the season, Michael averaged 23 shots a game in 37 minutes. But you get the playoff time, his minutes are up to 42 and 43, so his shots are going to increase. You're not going to stop him from getting shot attempts. He averages 26 a game at playoff time.
The Hawks' domination of the Bulls in the first half. Jordan with a fall away, and number 23 won't let that happen in this game for the first time since the early going. And Smith throws it away, and Jordan beating Leitner down the court. 15 for Michael Jordan, and this crowd on its feet. And
First offensive rebound.
And Longley misses. Jordan gets another offensive rebound and hits. And that is persistence by the Chicago Bulls. 7 on the clock. Leitner now on Jordan. Longley setting the screen for Michael.
Green and roll.
And 2 seconds over Mutombo. A 3 for Michael Jordan. That's his first tonight. Leitner had the ball, lost it.
Look out, 3-on-1.
Pippen to Jordan. Oh, yes. And the Bulls lead for the first time. Jordan with 27. The Bulls were down by 11 at the half. They lead by 2, have the ball. And that's why the world champs. Jordan goes right around Smith. And a foul. Michael Jordan.
Michael has come out this quarter. Any shot that's missed, He's crashing the offensive board, and then this is just a great move showing his quickness. Now here's your strip right there, and then you're coming out on the break. This is just beautiful to watch. They get the defender, Scotty makes him commit, send it down with Michael. And the next play right in here. Now here you go, good head fake, catches Steve Smith, and then the ability to score and evade the shot clock.
And Michael Jordan has 16 points here in the quarter. Longley gets it back, and Jordan with another. 18 for Jordan here in the third.
Well, they're flattening out, giving Michael a 1-4.
Michael Jordan, 20 points in the third quarter. What an amazing performance. 33 in the game, and the Bulls.
Do not let a guy get out to the three-point area.
Here's Blaylock for three, and it's an air ball, and it's batted away, and the game is over. And the Bulls, who are down by 16 at one point, have come back and defeated the Atlanta Hawks. Michael Jordan did not make a field goal in the fourth quarter, but Scottie Pippen had 10 points and 29 in the game. Michael Jordan, 34 points, 20 in the third quarter, and Jordan is with Craig Sager.
Well, Michael, you and Scotty put the game away in the third quarter with that run, but what happened on this last play?
Well, he just said switch on everything. And I went to switch, and he didn't switch. I guess he didn't think I heard him, but you know, it's just one of those mess ups. It wasn't our night all night. From the tip-off, when he tipped it in for the other team, it just didn't seem like things wanted to go our way. But third quarter, we fought hard defensively and got ourselves back in the ball game, and it was a dogfight from that point in.
Do you think this series is going to be like that the whole time?
It could be. I mean, this team is very good, as you know, and you know, I think the first game is always just feeling each other out, seeing what works, what doesn't work. But we know we can play a better basketball game. I can't speak for them, but we know we can play a better basketball game.
Thanks a lot for talking to us, the player of the game.
And Michael Jordan, with a brilliant all-round game, led the Bulls in scoring, free throws, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. A phenomenal performance by Michael Jordan. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Game 2.
On the defenders team.
1 out of 2 for Smith, and you see Smith's playoff average in keeping with what he's done on the year. Tony Kukoc getting free, and the Bulls running. That matches their biggest early lead of this game. Jordan posting up against Smith with the fall away, and Michael Jordan with his first field goal of the game. Hawks have to get back because the Bulls are trying to run the court, and they do as Jordan finds Kukoc. Smith. And a clear out for Michael Jordan. Leitner tries to double him, leaving Pippen open for a three, and he's got it. Scottie Pippen with his second from downtown.
And then step through the defenders.
Biggest lead for the Hawks right now, 6 points. Michael Jordan has scored only 4, and Jordan with a fall away. Won't take him long to get up there in the high altitude.
Well, if you notice, the Hawks are not coming at him on a double team.
And that's a 2-point basket. Michael Jordan comes back and hits. Jordan has done everything tonight, rebounding and assists. Has not scored much yet. He has 8 points. Craig Sager with us here at the United Center for Game 2. Jordan with a turnaround, and Michael Jordan finding the range. Those are the shots the Hawks have to hit when they double team the big man inside. Here is Jordan in rhythm. Banks it in. Michael Jordan with 12 points. And the Bulls are down by 3 with under a minute to go. Ron Harper and Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Up front, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and Robert Parrish. And going backdoor is Michael Jordan.
Unfortunately for the Lakers, they feel it cost them. Big thing is they got to win at home.
Pippen to Jordan on the line. Jordan has gone backdoor several times tonight. He's got 18.
Clear out.
10 on the shot clock. The double comes, but Jordan tipped up by Parrish. Robert Parrish with his first points of the game, and the Bulls have a 1-point lead, as have not really shown their championship form in any of their playoff games yet this season. Jordan, but they always have him. 76-7, but Mutombo is in the game, and Blaylock is going to fire with 1 on the clock. Hits his 8th from downtown, 8 of 9, and the Hawks have their biggest lead of the game, 9 points on the first shot of the fourth quarter.
Have been able to get to the lane is when they have been running backdoor from the wings.
Jordan with a turnaround. Michael Jordan, 22 points. Bulls have 15 seconds to try the shot. Jordan wide open. Michael Jordan with 24. Remember, Jordan had a 55-point game against the Washington Bullets. in Game 2 of that first-round series. So,
and it's caused the problem in these first 2 games.
Jordan, foul, basket counts. Blaylock was on his elbow. So Jordan, complaining about the non-call on Rakastner, which he should have gotten, will go to the line and a chance for his 27th point.
Michael has been automatic. Anytime that Mookie is on him, he runs him right into the post of the triangle and then does that right there. He turns to the baseline.
Got Buechler in crunch time in the game for the Bulls. Kukoc spotting up for 3, and he's got it. 7-point lead now as the Bulls come back with 2:16 to go and 3 on the shot clock. They triple team Laettner. He goes up and scores against 3 defenders. Christian Laettner gets his 18th point, and the Atlanta Hawks have defeated the Chicago Bulls on the road to draw even in the best of 7, 1 game apiece. The final score: the Hawks 103 and the Bulls 95.
Hanging over their heads is the burden of reaching past excellence. Every win is measured against their previous accomplishments.
We're not doing the things that made us a great team last season, and we're just not playing hard enough to win. What the public and what the media is expecting, or what they're seeing in the past, is us blowing out teams and us dominating teams. It's not happening right now.
After struggling in the opener, the Bulls lost Game 2. Along with battling the Hawks, do the Bulls struggle with lofty expectations or complacency? Even worse, do the Bulls struggle with each other?
We got to have a bigger effort. We got to have a bigger effort from Dennis. We got to avoid the technical fouls that Dennis is getting, and he got to play. He just got to play the game and stop looking for the fans to give him the uplift and just play.
Dennis hasn't really given us the effort that he's given us throughout the course of the season. I think that's obvious. You know, when I'm doing all the rebounding, he's not.
I think that if he's not going to lead us in rebounding, don't lead us in technical foul.
Are the Bulls starting to come apart? They've lost home court advantage of the series, along with their aura of invincibility.
I'm not ready to push the panic button yet. I advise you guys not to do that either.
Now questions surround the defending champions. Will they have the answers? And perhaps expended too much energy in going to the boards and also following Mookie Blaylock around. Michael Jordan with a tough angle jump shot.
All right, Marv, the funny thing when you just saw that interaction between Michael Jordan and Steve Smith, Michael was telling me that Steve actually was trying to con him during the game. Every time up and down the court, he asked him, hey, what kind of car you drive to the game today? Next thing you know, he'd be holding him on the other end. So Michael said he couldn't get caught up in that. He'd have to be real physical against him today.
Dennis Rodman is also checked in. Michael Jordan with his second field goal. It's 2 of 6 with the good defense by Chicago. Jordan finding the opening. Williams setting the screen. Here's Jordan. Michael getting better shots now after they were trailing, and then the Hawks put it away. Here's Jordan. Michael Jordan gets the third quarter. And Jordan gets the call on the continuation. Jordan putting moves on Smith, and then able to hang to hit that jumper.
Michael is getting closer and closer to attacking the rim. A little crease in the defense, easily getting by Steve Smith, getting up, hanging in the air, an extra second as Mutombo just never got there, but forcing him away from the middle and getting help from his teammates.
Here, yes. And you can hear the Bulls contingent.
Michael Jordan has gotten himself one in the lane here, using the high screen from Luke Longley to get himself free. Mutombo unable to get out there and show big enough, and Michael Jordan feeling it when he gets in that little home run trot backwards. You know he wants the ball every time down. But Tony Kukoc and Brian Williams.
Brian Williams to a fadeaway. Buechler again keeping it alive, and Jordan converts. So the Bulls lead by 11. This is the biggest lead. Kerr surprised by that pass. Kukoc has to pop it. And the foul is called on Kukoc. That is his 4th. You get the idea that Dennis is a wrap for today.
the bright lights of the Omni just doing all kinds of damage to Dennis, but he was a very vocal enthusiast on the bench for Chicago throughout this second half as the rest of the team was really into it.
Time has run out. The Chicago Bulls bouncing back in very strong fashion as they defeat the Atlanta Hawks 100-80 here at the Omni. And now lead the series 2-1. Let's go to Ahmad with Michael Jordan.
All right, thanks, Marv. The series 1-1 coming into this game. A lot of people thought this was a desperation game. Did you guys feel that way?
We felt we had to come back and show that we can play better than what we played the other night. And we haven't really played that well in the playoffs at all. But we know we're a better basketball team than what we have shown. And so I don't consider that to be a desperation. We just wanted to prove that we can still play the game of basketball like we know how to play it.
You had said before the game that you needed everybody to step up on this team. You got to feel good because today it seemed like all the guys stepped up.
Yeah, I think our bench really came in and supported, when we really needed it. And, that's what this team is all about. That's how we became champions, when everybody could contribute at certain times in the game. And tonight was, no different.
And there was no panic on your part. You seemed to be well in control of yourself. Everybody coming out here ready to play.
We all were in control. We were not panicking like most people were. And we know it's just one game, one loss. And we can get ourselves right back in position to control this series. And we did that today.
All right, so then tomorrow I'll see you back here. We'll do it again?
Yeah, I look forward to it.
All right. Over to you, Marv.
Michael's the one looking forward. Jordan with 21 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. And the Hawks have been quieted by the Bulls.
Talked to Michael Jordan. He said the key yesterday to the win was everybody stepped up. I asked him to assess his play in the first 3 games of this series, and he said he's very proud about his defense and his rebounding, getting 11, 16, and then 9 yesterday. I said, what about your scoring? He said, well, I'm not too concerned about my scoring because over the years I've found that in order to win a championship, defense is what's important. Mark?
So the Bulls lead. Leitner beat the Bulls down court, but Jordan able to recover and came up with a block shot.
And make a contribution.
Kerr, rebounded by Jordan. Michael Jordan with 9 points, and the Bulls now lead 36-22.
And with Dikembe Mutombo out of the game, a lot more opportunities in and around the basket for second shots.
Jordan able to slip away. Crowd was looking for a traveling violation, and Michael enjoyed that move.
Well, Michael's smiling because he didn't think that shot was going to go in. First of all, he was drifting to his right. It looked like the shot was going to go off on the right. But when you're hot, you're hot. Very quick to me today. Even on that last sequence defensively, moving very quick. But you see him drifting there.
Feeding Seattle 110-106 for a 3-1 lead. Michael Jordan right back and having a conversation with some fans at courtside.
Conversations not with Steve Smith, but with a number of fans on courtside. This time, Michael wanting to go up with a shot, little fadeaway there, so Smith really couldn't get to him, figuring next time anything close, he's going to get the benefit of the call because he didn't over-argue on the last time that he was touched on the elbow.
Very few players who have that kind of control to entertain themselves with the game within the game. Larry Bird used to do it. Bulls now lead by 9. But the Bulls right back in the third quarter. Halfway through. And the Bulls leading 60-44. Jordan with some. Yes. Parrish on the front line with Jordan on the inbounds. It counts and the foul. Well, Phil Jackson, in a unique contract circumstance, has a clause in his soon-to-expire contract which allows him to talk to any team not involved in the playoffs at this point. Of course, he could re-sign with Chicago. Where do things stand with Phil? We asked him about it.
We're up 2-1 against Atlanta, and that's where my focus is right now. Trying to be straight ahead. It's real tough. I have to be honest that it's, I'm caught in some very tempting things that are going on, but my focus has to be directly involved with the Bulls right now. Michael's, at the edge of his career. He's talking about loyalty. Scotty's a free agent here next year. We're looking at what's going to happen with him. There's a lot of things that are pulling at the strings of unity in this ball club, and I feel if I join in that, like disconnectedness that might happen. We might come apart if we don't really stay focused as to what our direction. Dennis, doing whatever he's doing in the outside world has somehow or other pulled the cohesiveness that we've been able to build over the course of a year and a half or two. So we really need to pull it back together.
From the field, 77-62, Chicago. Luke Longley has returned. Ryan Williams out on fouls. Luke is playing with 5. What a move by Michael Jordan.
Taking it up on the right side, hanging in the air, going for the reverse in almost what you might call a typical Michael Jordan play.
Jordan had to adjust that shot with Leitner all over him. Michael, you got the ideas. Had a real fun day here.
Right there for them.
It is extraordinary that Atlanta is in this game, shooting only 29%. Michael Jordan desperately trying to tie the series after a steal by Jordan. And Michael Jordan extends to an 89-80 lead. Led by 22 after 3. The Hawks close to 83-80 with 43 seconds left. But the Bulls with a rush able to pull it out. Led by Jordan with 27 and Pippen with 26.
8%. That was a major disappointment.
And the tip controlled by the Chicago Bulls. Lost only 3 games this year at the United Center to the Miami Heat, the New York Knicks, and last Thursday to these Atlanta Hawks. But woke up big time in Atlanta. Michael Jordan to see the first shot of the game.
A little bit because he's not one of the main 3 shot attempt people.
And Michael Jordan gets free for his first points of the game. And Scottie Pippen loses his footing.
Luke Longley, there's somebody open here.
Longley gets it to Jordan. Jordan lost control. And the fall away off the glass and batted into the hands of Jordan. Longley with a great feed to Michael Jordan, who went backdoor, and the Bulls look like they're ready to move on. Jordan with his second basket.
Now you just love that the Bulls have come out, understand the importance of this game. We have a technical foul, and you can just see it right now. They are playing with a great deal of enthusiasm, have sharp, crisp movement. Now just watch this backdoor move for Michael coming, and naturally Mutombo's coming from. Now keep an eye on this back door. Now here comes Mutombo over the top. See Michael Jordan is so they give him a taunting.
He's had 9 technicals in the playoffs. Has been ejected twice. He's in the lineup now. Michael Jordan gets the basket and the foul. And here is Jordan shooting over Smith. Basket counts and the foul. Michael Jordan getting opportunities to go to the line after a basket. Now has 9 as Steve Smith picks up his second foul.
Now he's upset, but he definitely fouled him low before Michael elevated for the fadeaway. Now we show you, even if you challenge, now keep an eye on this now. Now you're going to see now once Michael starts, he catches them right there on the hip and in the thigh area. And that was so unnecessary. If you're not going to challenge the shot, why even touch him? This unit out on the floor can fly because he can fill a lane and then run backdoor exchange. That great
steal by Jordan. Look at it. That's what they come to see. Michael Jordan. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Bulls leading by 9 despite the fact that for Jordan and Pippen are 9 for 28. Jordan gets the easy layup on the lob, and he has 16 points. The Bulls are very happy, and sure he is.
Well, you know who else is happy? The referees are happy. Just play. That's all we're asking you to do. Play like everyone else plays in the league.
Jordan firing away from downtown. Michael Jordan with his first from 3. Here's Jordan, makes the move against Corbin on the baseline. The basket counts, and he's fouled. A very quick move by Michael Jordan, who is checked in now with 21. The Bulls led by 16 at the half. Jordan, with 2 defenders on him, he had Smith behind him, Blaylock in front of him. By the way, is scoreless here in the fourth quarter. Kerr open for 3, and he's got it. Steve Kerr, as he's done so many times, has put the nail in the coffin with a 3. That's his 3rd tonight, 15 in the game.
Look at it, Dick. Very little from Pippen, 0 from Jordan in points in the fourth quarter. You withstand 2 runs by Atlanta, and you walk away with a 15-point win.
So the Chicago Bulls have eliminated the Atlanta Hawks, winning tonight 107-92 to win the series in 5. Right now, let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, Michael, this is the best we've seen the Bulls so far in the playoffs. The ball movement, the offensive rebounding. Why did everything come together tonight?
I think we're starting to find a rhythm to play it. You know, we're getting some of our guys healthy, you know, which means a lot. You know, we're getting out and playing with a lot of different groups, and the groups getting accustomed to playing with each other. And defensively, we're playing with a lot of intensity, and, you know, we're moving the ball very well.
You came out from the beginning very aggressively. The dunk over to Kembe, you went like this, no. Is that something you're going to regret?
No, yeah, I do regret that because it's a technical foul, and, you know, in retrospect, I'm giving the other team a point, you know. So, you know, I guess we spoke at the All-Star game. He said I never dunked on him, so I just wanted to remind him that I can still dunk on him.
It's a personal view.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right side, underneath Longley, backdoor cut, Jordan.
Well, you know, there's a theory about guarding Michael Jordan. One is you let him score and stop everyone else. Door cut by Michael Jordan. But Sean Leonard's open playing, he back cuts, and the pass was sensational by Luke Longley.
And looks for Jordan in the post. They've switched Tim Hardaway on him now. And bingo.
See, those are the shots you don't. And that's really what he calls a jumper, mid-range jumper.
And Jordan with his 6th shot, he's hit 3 of them.
Yeah, and he's getting easy ones, and he's filling it. He wants the ball right now.
Now Pippen on the switch, Deshaun Leonard on him. Mashburn comes to help. Jordan is open and cans the jumper.
And low by him.
Michael Jordan, 4 of 11. You saw the shooting graphic. Chicago very cold. And Jordan gets his 5th basket. He's got 12 points. Now Pippen finds Jordan, who cuts and cans it.
Boy, that's a tough shot. And after he made it, Alonzo looked at him like, how did you make that shot?
Jordan. Now Marley on Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Well, they want him to go to the basket, but when he gets there, they want someone else to be there to help.
Largest lead of the game was 16 by Miami. Here's Jordan.
Boy, that is a great shot.
Jordan's 20 led Chicago. Gibson is here again tonight. Jordan, perfect. His 6. Miami has led since early in the 2nd quarter. Entry pass, Jordan, turn around, the margin is 4.
Boy, and that is a tough shot. And in Chicago, they've gotten in this game too quickly.
Harper slows it down. And they look for Michael Jordan, who's guarded by Tim Hardaway. 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Chicago leads. Watch the foul and then the reaction.
You can see it there. Kind of comes up under Alonzo, and that's the foul. Alonzo backs into him. Why he pushed him off, I have no idea. And look at Michael.
See if you get a better angle here. Watch the shove now.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. And you know what? It was a little push, and in most cases, guys won't get a technical foul over that. But Dennis Rodman has brought this on himself.
In the world. Got quiet over there. 6-point lead. Here's Jordan. Double from Hardaway. 2 more for Michael Jordan. 5-point game. 3-point game.
And you know what's amazing? Dan Marley got there. He thought he was going to get a charge. Somehow, Jordan avoided him. He just blows by Sean Leonard, who has 4 fouls and goes the wrong way there. But watch Marley thinks he's there, and the next thing you know, Jordan's going by him and dunking.
Scottie Pippen, 4:20 to go in regulation. Here's Pippen for 3. Yes.
Never leave the ball.
Michael Jordan. Jordan has the ball in his hand and a chance for a Chicago lead. Kicks it out to Harper for 3. Anybody mention Achilles? 5-point lead, 107 to go. Jordan, 2 more. Wow. Timeout, Miami.
Just take a look at Michael Jordan right here, splitting the defenders and throwing up a running hook shot.
Let the clock wind down. Chicago comes from 16 down in the first half, from 11 down at halftime, from 5 down at the end of 3, and they win it by 7.
I don't know about the vest. I think they have kryptonite in it to try to stop Superman Jordan from doing anything tonight.
Maybe, yeah. The officiating crew tonight: Bill Oakes, Steve Javie, and Bernie Fryer.
Bulls offense so good. Scottie Pippen brings it up. Ron Harper brings it up. Michael Jordan brings it up. Even Dennis Rodman brings it up. They can get in their offense with 4 different guys starting.
Jordan, how do you stop that shot?
You don't. I mean, Riley was talking about that stat again, and we've mentioned it. Hand in the face with Jordan. He's now down to 47% with the hand in his face. With no hand in his face, he's shooting at a 65% rate. That's tough.
Here's Caffey. Oh, nice pass. Oh, what a block by Mourning. Rodman sets the screen. The switch, P.J. Brown on Jordan. The Bulls and their fans are calling for basket interference, and Alonzo Mourning immediately said, no, no, no.
I think Alonzo's right, and I'm glad they didn't give it to him. He beat it to the backboard. You can see where Jordan was going the entire play on this one, and Alonzo beats it. If he had a shot that straight in, it would have been a goaltending.
He's got it over Rashawn Leonard, and he finally ends the streak.
And the difference there is Michael Jordan caught that one in the paint.
And here's Bushler to Ron Harper. Hardaway out. Jordan wants it. Rashawn Leonard reaches over. Jordan kicks it outside. Pippen for 3.
Tell you something. I didn't watch it.
6:13 remaining. Pippen off the front edge. Jordan. That is only the 3rd basket tonight for Michael Jordan. He is now 3 of 14.
And he's just trying to do it in any way he can right now. He should get it the 3rd time also.
Jordan just inside the arc. 22nd timeout, Miami.
And there's certain guys in this league that will make a coach call a timeout. Michael Jordan just made a tough shot. Pat Riley jumps up and calls a timeout.
From the corner for 3, Willie Anderson, no. Jordan rebound. Foul by Mourning.
Michael Jordan is everywhere right now. Everywhere. Even telling Dennis Rodman to relax.
Four to go.
Michael wants the ball again.
Leonard guards him.
And he's shooting this if he can.
Skip pass to Harper for 3.
Oh, boy. Made a big one in game 1. Just did it again.
Rodman back to Pippen. They'll play keep away. This one is in the books. Ugly as it was, it goes in the books as a Chicago victory. And let's check in with Greg Sager.
Well, Michael, one time you scored 63 points yourself in a playoff game. What happened here tonight with both teams?
I couldn't get a rhythm to my shot, and I guess the good thing about it that other players came in and gave me some support offensively. But our defense was really active, and we were able to contain their offense too. We got ourselves in sync a little bit, and we had to do what we had to do down the stretch.
When you're only 2 for 12 after 3 quarters, were you starting to believe maybe that latest Nike ad where you talk about all the times you failed?
You just try to think of something positive, because nothing seems to work. You have good looks at it, and you just don't want to rush. You don't want to be hesitant out there, and in situations where you can penetrate, be the focus, and dish it off like I did to Ron Harper to knock the 3 in. You try to be effective in that way. You just have to give up on your offense to some degree.
Let's go over to Vern at the table.
He has his hands full with the Bulls. The first 2 games have been low-scoring defensive struggles, and Riley has been none too happy with the officials' treatment of Jordan. Yesterday, Riley spoke with Jim Gray.
Michael Jordan will go to the free throw line where he has excelled tonight.
I have a very frustrated basketball team today because they felt that last night there were privileges that were given to Michael and on certain calls and how they should be called in the game, and he doesn't need it. He doesn't need them. He's so good anyhow. He doesn't need them.
Will this have any effect, what you said to the media and what you're saying to me now, on the officials?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Back to the question of the officiating, it's interesting to note that the Bulls have only gone to the line 3 more times than Miami has in the series.
Shots. Now Jordan with the move on Hardaway. The spin by Jordan. Open shot. Mashburn dribbling into the crowd. Stolen by Brown. He has a 3-on-1. Brown lost it. Jordan. Yes, and it counts.
He's flopping. Randy Brown in a little bit of trouble here trying to locate to dribble, but still does the wise thing. At least get the shot up. He didn't. It got blocked. But Michael Jordan taking nothing for granted, following up on the play. Alonzo Mourning is a good perimeter shooter, has good mechanics, good release. It's just something where he has just lost his confidence.
Oh, what a shot by Jordan, going to his new favorite maneuver, the fadeaway, and that was also deflected. The game is tied at 13. His first.
And Keith Askins, a good defender and a tall one, pushing Michael out a little bit further than he likes on that fadeaway shot.
Jordan off the fake. And again, drills the fadeaway. Able to set it up.
Well, first of all, when you're guarding Michael Jordan, you cannot give him baseline. He is just too quick, too hard to help. So you force Kerr off the dribble. Hardaway, a good post player against players his size or a little bigger, and especially against Kerr.
Michael Jordan making his return by hitting the 3. Unable to hit the 3. Kukoc running the floor. Jordan able to recover. Michael Jordan again. He is 16, and the Bulls have opened up their biggest lead. 32, the Heat 21. Jordan. Oh, yes. Michael showing the entire repertoire. It's 34, the Heat 23. Jordan over Leonard. And he gets the friendly roll by the Heat. Hopper to the scoop. And tipped home.
Exactly what Miami needs. Some easy basket.
And an easy basket right there. Leonard gambled on a steal.
To make it tougher on the defense. Everybody just standing stationary, but a little late in the day to change things.
Michael Jordan with 28 points.
Had the sense that Michael Jordan was due for one of those special type games. Now, he had 37 points in game 1. And as we mentioned, a great fourth quarter in game 2. But he didn't look like the Michael Jordan that we're seeing today.
Phil Jackson telling us earlier that his team has played better on the road. Another sweeping move by Jordan.
Well, normally the Miami Heat defense closes down that lane very quickly. Dan Marley too slow. Alonzo Mourning not quick enough to get over and try and block that shot, as the Miami Heat defender standing straight up, and you can just see it in their body language, see it in their faces. They just do not believe that they can handle the Chicago Bulls, and Pat Riley is seeing the same thing.
We look back at Michael Jordan versus the Heat, game 3 of the 1992 playoffs, the Heat's first ever home playoff game. But Michael played the spoiler. He hit for 56 points in the game. That's the second highest scoring playoff game in the career of Michael Jordan. Bulls won it, 119-114, took the series 3-0. Fourth quarter, here's Jordan putting the move on Anderson, who lost him off the screen. So they will tie a record low, fewest field goals in a playoff game. The Bulls make it 3-0 in this best of 7. So Miami, alongside 3 other teams who were held to just 21 field goals in a single playoff game, the Bulls win it 98-74. Here's Ahmad with Michael Jordan.
All right, thank you, Marv. Michael, what a difference a couple of days make. Now, game 2, struggled from the field. Today, you showed us almost your entire repertoire of shots.
That's a big word.
It is a big word.
No, I shot the ball well. I started off with the air ball, which wasn't pretty, but I found my rhythm early in the first half, and I think everyone fed off of that. Scotty got his rhythm, and although we didn't really get anybody else involved offensively the first half, our defense stayed real strong. We took their premier scorers out of what they wanted to do, and we controlled everything today. And that's uncanny of one of Riley's teams. But I mean, we were able to hang our defense out there and certainly stop them from doing what they had to do.
Do I detect some killer instinct?
Yeah, I think that this is the first sign of it, and it's a good time for it right now. And on the road, in their building, certainly we can send a message.
All right, congratulations on a good game. I'm gonna practice the repertoire as I throw it back over to Marv.
We're gonna win on Monday. We're gonna come ready. We're gonna come ready to play.
and we will not play the way we played today on Monday, without a doubt.
You heard Alonzo Mourning in our opening saying he guarantees a win. Now, that caused a reaction among the Bulls. Michael Jordan said that he would have been better off saying he would guarantee that they play better and play harder and let the outcome work itself out on the court. Now, Dennis Rodman said he didn't care. He figured that if you win Monday, we'll just win Wednesday. Now, in all my years of sports, that is the strangest, most different answer I've ever heard from an athlete. But I must say that Dennis is one of the most strangest and different kind of athletes that I've met. Now, who are we to believe? Dennis Rodman or Alonzo Mourning? One of the great things about sports, we get a chance to sit back, relax, and for the next 2.5 hours, let everything work itself out on the court. Marv?
Joe Forte, Luke Longley, Alonzo Mourning on the opening tip, and it's controlled by the Heat. And it's Hardaway going into the second gear to set it up for Mourning.
And that's what the Miami Heat in this crowd have been looking for.
Save it. And here's Jordan. Yes. Oh, Michael's talking to himself. Missed his first 14 and now has his first field goal on the recovery. And Michael Jordan with only his second field goal. Now 2 of 18.
Michael's faces. There's Michael's numbers or shots in game 3, 14 for 25, and the Blues have overtaken the Reds here in game 4, just 2 for 22.
4 here this afternoon. Jordan, yes. And that is easily the most fluid shot that he has been able to get off here today. And Marley is on Jordan. Jordan able to shut. And Rodman and Mourning have to be separated. Rodman is slid aside by Bushler. Trying to draw the foul on Mourning. Here's Pippen from 3. Jordan with the rebound. And here comes taking each other to the floor. And let's keep an eye on the benches. Nobody coming off either bench. And we'll have to see how the officials call this. Obviously, be at least a double technical. Pat Riley did get into it.
Oh, once again, Mourning getting pushed by Dennis Rodman and then coming in with that elbow first. And Alonzo has been throwing the elbows around. I think he caught Rodman with that right elbow on the side of the head. He's already gotten Pippen twice. And Rodman realized exactly what was going on, tried to tie up and did, and the takedown on Mourning.
For the game, Rodman going down, just looking to pick up fouls now. Jordan, yes.
The post position, but it took the Bulls so long to get him the ball, and the double team got it out of his hands.
Michael Jordan setting it up on the crossover. Jordan with Hardaway at close quarters again. Able to hit. Michael Jordan cuts it to a 7-point Heat lead. Turned it up in the third quarter, did it defensively to get back into it. Jordan now very much back into it.
Amazing as Michael looked so slow in the first half of this game, no legs, all of a sudden has reached down somewhere to get this kind of movement and energy. Unbelievable.
Picked up on a switch by P.J. Brown to the fadeaway. Yes. It's down to 4 and a timeout taken by Miami with 3:37 left in the fourth quarter. Hopper got a piece of it. Hardaway thought he was fouled. Jordan has the look. Puts the moves on Leonard and fires. It's down to 1. He has scored 20 of the 21 points in this fourth quarter. He turned a first-half disaster into another Jordan classic with 2:17 to go in the third. Jordan over Leonard, and the Miami lead is just 1. Marley gets it in to Crotty. Bulls are over the limit, as are the Miami Heat. Crotty with the feed, puts it down. 85-80. Bulls do have timeouts left. Scottie Pippen for Michael Jordan. Can't find a 3 and now guns it. And a foul with 10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Well, what a substitution by Pat Riley.
Just run it out. Miami Heat remaining alive. It will be a tough game at the United Center in Chicago on Wednesday. It was supposed to be Miami's last stand, but what we witnessed was unimaginable. 14 shots, 14 misses by a frustrated Michael Jordan. But only he believed. As long as there was time, there was a chance for vindication. And the game's greatest player took it upon himself. A 20-point fourth quarter explosion brought the Bulls within striking distance and the fire back in Michael's eyes. But the effort fell short. Miami backed up their bold guarantee, sending Jordan and the Bulls back to Chicago. And now, Michael says it's personal.
All right, thanks, Marv. I talked to Michael Jordan about the loss on Monday. He said some good things happened to that. He said the bad things were we got beaten and we got beaten up, and our pride took a hit. He said, but what that did is that brought our whole team together as a group and really improved our focus. He said even championship teams need a wake-up call, and he said that was theirs. Now, Michael has been saying all week that this series is personal. If you watch here as the two captains meet in the middle of the court, I guess you'll see that this is what Michael meant by it's all personal. Watch Michael. And by the way, another thing, Marv, Michael, after practice today, went out and played golf. Shouldn't affect him today.
Mainly from the outside, so why not take it to the basket?
Alonzo Mourning hearing the boos from the crowd, and it is rejected by Longley. Just for the record, going back in NBA playoff history, two teams have been down 0-3 and come back to force a seventh game. The 1951 New York Knicks did it in the finals, and the 1994 Denver Nuggets. Here is Jordan.
Been stolen by Harper, sending Jordan on the breakaway, and Hardaway had a notion, but pulled back at the last moment.
Jordan off the head fake. Michael Jordan gives the Bulls an 8-0 lead.
And we're an opportunity, when doubled, give the ball up.
Michael Jordan looking on target right from the opening tip, and he's talking to Leonard. Good start for Michael Jordan, coming off the 9 of 35 shooting, 0 for 11 in the first half in game number 4. In fact, in checking the record books, Michael Jordan missing 26 shots equaled the most missed shots that he's ever suffered through in a single game. There you see it.
Doesn't bother him a bit. No. He's going to take the next shot. Oh, 2 seconds on the shot clock.
2.5 to go in this first quarter. The Bulls in command, 24-10. At one stretch, they led 16-2. Oh, Jordan off a beautiful lead from Harper. Jordan, he had lots of room to operate. Cappy getting the time with Pippen. Hurt at the moment. Three-pointer by Jordan.
That bad left ankle.
Kukoc able to find Jordan. Yes! What a beautiful pass from Tony Kukoc.
Try to do his damage there.
Jordan with the step. Oh, he adjusted on the shot while in midair.
Well, when Miami pushed, Dan Marley took a shot in the mouth. Oh, beautiful pass. So Michael Jordan, as Dan Marley got hit in the mouth from Jud Bushner and just stopped cold in his tracks.
The Bulls now have a 17-point lead. Both teams with 2 team fouls. Michael Jordan extending to the 84-71 lead. Tim Hardaway is back defending on Ron Harper. Shot clock down to 3. Jordan, yes.
The 4 players having trouble creating anything, and it always seems to be Michael Jordan winding up with the basketball with the shot clock winding down. As it appeared, he had something to say to Pat Riley on the other way back, and Pat Riley getting a kick out of whatever it was Michael Jordan said to him.
And You know that Pat Riley would not get involved in anything serious. There is some precedence to that earlier this year with several coaches getting involved with Michael. It did not pay off, but it looked like Michael might have just been dropping by to say hi.
Well, there's a tremendous amount of respect between these two. And Pat Riley, the coaching career that he has, you know Michael Jordan respects him. Of course, his sentiments are with Phil Jackson, but he knows what Pat Riley has done, and Pat Riley has been nothing but complimentary to Michael Jordan throughout his career.
Crowd has been very quiet here in the fourth. Not much to cheer for from the Chicago point of view. The offense has struggled, and Rodman and Mourning get involved once again, and then Dennis Rodman saving the moment by patting Alonzo Mourning, who did not appreciate the gesture.
Well, Dennis tries to control, but just doesn't seem to be able to control himself. By the way, a lot of fans here had a terrific season, but Alonzo Mourning, no field goals in this game.
And Dennis Rodman with 9 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and a wise move by Phil Jackson to sit him down. Does not want any additional trouble. Dennis had his customary technical foul called earlier. Foul was called on Jordan, involved with Mourning. And apparently double technicals on Jordan and Mourning. Joey Crawford calling it a verbal altercation, word passed on by way of the scorer's table.
Well, we talked about it early. Michael Jordan did not appreciate the way Alonzo Mourning was throwing his body and elbows around in Game 4. Here's Michael Jordan with a little fake at the back of the head to the Alonzo Mourning, and Joe Crawford right on top of it, calling the technical foul. And Michael Jordan not happy with Jamal Mashburn in Game 4 either.
Michael Jordan came into tonight saying that it's now personal off the loss in Miami the other day. Mashburn putting the move on Jordan, setting it up for Mourning, who was stripped. It's an embarrassing game for Alonzo Mourning. 0 for 3 from the field. Deshaun Leonard able to toss it into Alonzo Mourning, and Mourning in the final seconds able to connect with his first field goal of the night. Up with the clock apparently. Question is the game over? Yes, it is. The clock actually did not start, and now the officials say, hey, that's it. And they just ran off the rest of the time.
Was that loss really brought this team together and got them back focused?
Not just the loss, but the way we lost. In terms of, we got beat up pretty much, and they came in and beat us up pretty bad. So we were back in our own home court, and we wanted to make a stand. We didn't want to beat them up on the basketball court, yeah, but not physical the way it ended up fighting.
A lot of people didn't really understand what you were talking about when you said this is personal. What did you mean?
I mean, in terms of our intensity as a game, we got to stand down defensively, offensively, do all the things, necessary things we needed to win. It wasn't to go out there and try to fight or throw elbows or whatever. We just weren't going to let them come in and push us around. No more knots on our heads, none of that stuff. We wanted to come out and play hard.
What about the finals? You have any thought about that, Utah or Houston?
Well, we got back to the finals, but it's not just to get back. Against Utah or Houston, either one of those teams, veteran ball club, they know how to play the game mentally as well as physically. So we have to get ourselves ready and healthy and get ready for a battle. And, we start here at home for 2 wins, and then we got to go out there for 2 wins.
Eastern Conference champion. Is it sort of anticlimactic winning it?
Well, it's good to be Eastern Conference champions, but, to come up short doesn't really mean nothing. We want to get all the way to the ring and, make it 5. Go on from there.
All right, between me and you, how many holes you play yesterday?
A lot. I'm going to play them all. A lot.
Congratulations, man.
In 1991, the Bulls showed they had some magic of their own and captured their first title. The following year, Michael Jordan's greatness surprised even him. In 1993, the Bulls became the first team to win 3 straight titles in nearly 30 years. And a year ago, Jordan led the Bulls to a record 72-win season and embraced another NBA title. Michael Jordan is now in the hunt for number 5.
A realistic chance of catching Jabbar at 6 MVPs.
Here's Jordan. And the Bulls have scored on only 2 of their first 9 possessions. Michael Jordan. Bulls lead 13-12 with 2:15 remaining in the first. Jordan. Yes. Now Jordan played by the rookie Anderson. Michael Jordan.
Thank you, Mark. During that timeout, Jerry Sloan very happy with the defensive effort of the Utah Jazz. He said offensively, however, you must...
Shandon Anderson, a second-round draft pick. Utah did not have a number 1. The opening for Scottie Pippen. Now Jordan posting up Hornacek, going glass.
Rarely gets involved with the officials. Only when they're taking it from him.
Michael Jordan with a good angle jump shot following up on 57.
At the open, we talked about, Jordan wide open.
It counts after the foul. Utah by 5. 5.5 remaining. Nice pass from Longley. And Jordan looking to reset. Hornacek is with him. Here comes Malone. Here's Jordan. Yes.
We had Hornacek and the double team beat.
Next foul will put them over the limit. Here's Jordan. Yes. He's 3 of 4 at the line. 23 points, 15 rebounds, 9 and 2/10 seconds to go. Remember Malone hit just 6 of 12 at the line. Game 7 at Seattle last year in the Western Finals. I also mentioned he had that 18 for 18 this year in the playoffs. See the numbers right there. Both teams have plenty of timeouts remaining. Scores tied. 9 seconds left. Oh, he missed the break. Rebounded by Jordan. And the Bulls take a timeout with 7 and 5/10 seconds to go. We're down to 5. Jordan putting moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes! It is all over. The Chicago Bulls have won at the buzzer in Game 1 of the best of 7 on a jump shot by Michael Jordan.
Thanks, Mark. Michael, you were so businesslike all day. You knew this was not going to be an easy task, and you rose to the occasion.
Well, you know, the first game is always a tougher game. I don't care what anybody says. I think Utah came in, they played extremely well. I'm pretty sure they're going to take a more victory from today's game. But, you know, I think we had a good feel for them. We found out a good feel for them. And, you know, down the stretch, it was nip and tuck. You know, it could have went either way. And, you know, I missed the free throw call, comes down and missed 2 free throws. So, I mean, MVP didn't do much down the stretch until I was able to knock the shot in down the stretch.
It was almost like a boxing match, sparring. You know, nobody really throwing a knockout punch till it got down to the end.
No, it was a close game all throughout the game, and, you know, it was going back and forth, and whoever made the best plays down the stretch was going to win the ball game.
Well, it is on. It is on, and we will see on Wednesday.
Jordan's game-winning shot on Sunday night came as time expired, and on Monday, Jordan told the media what his most memorable game winners were.
My most memorable shot, 1982, is easy.
The tie, 18. Shot, Jordan, Michael Jordan.
Cleveland is certainly easy.
The inbounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win it! They win it!
That's only 2 I can remember. I'm getting senile, I guess.
Down to 2. Now to 1. Here's Jordan.
I've had so many, I can't even remember them all.
26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed.
It's probably more than that, you know, to be exact. I mean, it's on an ad. I didn't do the research. I say what they tell me to say. It sounded good, though, didn't it?
By Brian Russell, couldn't convert. Scottie Pippen continues to own him defensively.
Michael Jordan. Shot clock at 7. Jordan, yes. And that is his second field goal. Bulls lead 10-5.
He's sure of himself on his feet. He just can't get into the game yet.
Here's Jordan. Setting it up for Pippen. Utah hoping to tie the series at 1. Jordan again.
Pull it off. Utah was just so wide open on all their back cuts, they didn't have to ever get into the pick. Just seems to be on fire, totally focused in tonight.
Steve Kerr has come on for the first time, replacing Ron Halker. Jordan with the fake. Yes. This first quarter, Jordan putting moves on Hornacek. Now Kerr for 3. Yes. Steve Kerr began the playoffs having difficulty locating his shot. As the playoffs have progressed, he has begun to show signs. Good thought, yes. Steve Kerr. Now Kerr is open. Yes. Now Jordan putting moves on Anderson. Yes. Well, that ends the streak. Hopper cut off by Stockton and trying to go glass. Rebound Jordan.
Lace of lumber on Stockton.
Jordan with the steal. Jordan putting the moves on. The look away for Pippen. 42, Chicago. Jordan. Yes.
Here's the isolation for Jordan.
Played by Russell. Putting moves on. And hit it.
Michael gets
just 4 attempts per game in the playoffs from the line for Karl Malone. Not enough.
Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan.
A couple of jump shots now, and that is setting up these drives, but starting on the right side, hanging in the air, clearing the defensive pressure, and using the glass on the opposite side just beautifully.
He turns the corner and nobody closes him off. Everybody's trying to get in the air and block his shot, but he just keeps going to
7%. Chicago leads by 20. Jordan. Yes. The Chicago Bulls have defeated the Utah Jazz 97-85. The Bulls have the big lead most of the way. They led by as many as 22. Michael Jordan falls an assist shy of a triple-double.
All right, thanks, Mark. Michael, were you aware that how close you were to a triple-double during the last part of that game?
Yeah, I was aware. Pippen made me aware when he missed that. But that's okay. We got to win. That's all that matters.
What was the difference in game 1 and game 2? It seemed like you guys came out very much prepared, and they really, were you disappointed in the effort that they had?
Well, we came out on the heels of what we did last game. And we were ready to take any adjustments that they made. They really didn't make the adjustments that we anticipated, so we basically stayed in the same focus that we did in the first game. And, you know, right out from the beginning, right to the end of the game, we just maintained our defensive pressure, operated, moved the ball around, got some good shots.
You told me earlier, a couple weeks ago, that was defense that wins championships, and you guys showed that tonight.
Yeah, we did tonight, but we know we're going into Utah, and they played well at home. The crowd's going to be real loud. These are countrymen pros. You talk about Stockton and Malone, they're going to be ready to play.
All right, Michael, congratulations on a great game. We will see you on Friday.
Thank you.
Dennis Rodman with a new look. And Jordan being played by Brian Russell. Fires over him for 3.
Not a single dribble on that entire possession.
During the regular season, Utah 38-3 here at Delta Center. Second best home record in the NBA. Again, the room for Jordan. Yes, wise move passing on that particular suggestion. And Michael Jordan.
Dennis Rodman to get more involved in some way.
Jordan in counts and the fouls. The Jazz by 18. The alley-oop for Jordan. So it's 9 shots. Here's Jordan. Oh, what a move. Getting it over the outstretched arm. Jordan for 3. Yes. Michael Jordan with 21 points.
Defense falling apart.
Utah by 14. Jordan stopped by Russell, able to shoot over him. Michael Jordan with 23. It's the Jazz 86 and the Bulls 74. This fourth quarter. They're down by 14. Jordan for 3. Yes.
He's too good.
He had nowhere to go.
Routed by Longley. Jordan gives it up. Pippen. Yes. A 3 for Scottie Pippen, who has been off. Jordan played by Stockton. With just under 3 minutes remaining in the fourth. Pippen again with room for 3. Yes. Scottie Pippen with 2 enormous 3-pointers. A solid performance as they defeat the Chicago Bulls 104-93. Malone has missed on his first 2 field goal attempts. Longley.
Beautiful feed by Michael Jordan as the Utah defense fell asleep in 3.
And the Jazz 2. Jordan banking Russell and hitting.
He can still elevate. He can build it.
The game is tied at 6. Here's Jordan slipping it over to Pippen. Open shot for Jordan. It's gone. Now Jordan one-on-one with Russell and put on the move to set up the fadeaway. Just did beat the 24-second buzzer. Even doing it against Jordan. And the Jazz up by 2. And here's Jordan. Crowd wanted to travel. No call made as he tied the game. Jordan trying to brush off Stockton, and he did.
Took so long for Utah to get into that play. That post feed and split has been good to them.
Foul is called. Pippen on the drive, took the hit, and has some words with Ostertag. He did not like what he felt was a hard foul.
Scuffle broke out. Michael Jordan on the bench resting him, holds the guy's back and says, hey, no suspensions.
And Jordan with only 2 points since the first quarter. Trying to get back into it, and he does.
Taking it to the rim. Michael Jordan, when he decides he wants to get there, he can, or he can draw contact.
4 minutes gone by. In the fourth quarter, the Jazz with a 65-61 lead. And Jordan off the fake cuts it down to a 2-point lead. And this has become Michael Jordan time after a very quiet ball game. Russell lost his balance, but Jordan could not take advantage. Now Jordan off the fake. Yes. And he has tied the game at 65.
Be like robots, Jerry Sloan yelling at his guy. Be aggressive, be assertive, and don't let Michael Jordan get a 6-foot jump shot.
Oh, how about he almost got about 6 feet in the air? How about that elevation? He was going to make sure he got up over everybody to release.
Malone again from the outside. Rebounded by Pippen, and here comes Jordan. Chase from the angle. Jordan puts it away on the breakaway. And the Bulls lead by 5. We approach 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Jordan to the fadeaway. Yes! Michael Jordan gives the Bulls a 73-69 lead in the fourth. The Bulls in possession. They lead by 4. Jordan puts the move on Russell. And lost it to Stockton. He's John Stockton on the breakaway. And rejected by Jordan. What a foul.
That is a tough call against Jordan here. Stockton is going to come up with the great blind side.
It's a 1-point Chicago lead. Just under 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Game 4 of the NBA Finals with the Bulls up 2 games to 1. And Jordan comes up short. Stockton fires down.
Right in there. This is the situation Carl's dreamed of for a week.
Karl Malone will miss the critical free throws, which led to the game winner by Michael Jordan. Game 1 hits on the first for a 2-point Jazz lead with 18 seconds remaining. It's a 2-point lead. Hits on both. The Bulls now need a 3-pointer. Trailing by 3. Jordan with 10 seconds. He fires the 3. By Stockton. Final seconds. Russell goes to the hoop. The Utah Jazz have defeated the Chicago Bulls with 5/10 of a second remaining, and the series is tied at 3.
The situation you were in at the end of the game, similar to the situation in game 1. This is the situation you were looking for, wasn't it?
You know, it's a situation I was looking for. I had said earlier, I wish I was in that situation again. Sometime in life, you never get that. I just want to block everything out and concentrate. You know what? I can't say how proud I am of these guys. We never gave up. And it's going to be an all-out war on Wednesday.
Now the big story here tonight, the story concerning Michael Jordan's physical conditions. This Jordan arriving about 2 hours ago. He is suffering from flu-like symptoms. Made his way onto the court just moments ago, and as you see right here, looking a bit shaky. He was up all last night, spent all day in bed, did not eat at all, did not go to the shoot-around earlier today, did not practice, so his status is uncertain. Ahmad Rashad and Jim Gray will have more on this as the game progresses. Matt, this on top of the Bulls.
All right, thanks, Marv. At 3:30 this morning, Michael Jordan woke up with flu-like symptoms. He had a stomach ache and a headache, and he couldn't go back to sleep. He threw up all night, and as reported earlier, he missed the shoot-around, but he was in bed all day and continued to throw up. As a matter of fact, he got in here early. When I went to talk to him back in the back room, he was in a dark room trying to get some rest, but still throwing up. And Marv, I talked to him, I said, how do you feel? He said, I really feel horrible. But his history was...
Jordan trying to slip it, and then took it back and hit. So Michael Jordan, despite visibly shaken by the flu symptoms, connecting from the corner to tie the game at 2.
Marv, Utah's got the quick start that they needed to keep the crowd into it.
And Michael Jordan able to line drive it home for his second field goal. 11 of 19 from the field in a red-hot opening quarter. Chicago just 5 to 15. Michael Jordan is back, putting the move on Chris Morris.
Carries so much of the load as Hornacek back-to-back horrible turnovers for Utah.
And Jordan puts moves on Hornacek. Jordan to the crossover. Yes. Not bad for a guy playing with flu symptoms. But out a 3-point Jazz lead. And the steal by Jordan. Putting behind the back on Russell. He turned it around and fed it to Pippen. And home by Jordan. What a play by Michael Jordan.
Out of control. Passing on the move right into the hands of Michael Jordan with Scottie Pippen filling the lane for the nice finish. And
Ostertag was great. Karl Malone's got the 3 fouls. Has to play very smart here.
Nice pass. Jordan to the cutting long lead by Ostertag. Looking for the tip. Chicago down by 2. Jordan got the step. Jordan has tied the game. Their second of 4 times. It is 2-2 right now in this game number 5. As Michael Jordan cuts it to a 5-point Jazz lead with 11 points off the bench. Jordan, yes, the Jazz 77 and the Bulls 71 with Jordan fires for yes, and he's tied the game at 77, and he did it.
Poise, confidence, discipline, the exchange between Pippen and Jordan. Once, twice, right back. You do it, big guy. Pump fake, freezes the defense, The jumper, net. Then he staggers back to the bench, near exhaustion, ready to fall over. He's got his team tied now. Where is that bench? He gets there and sits back, and they put the ice bag on his neck. He won't even take the Gatorade.
He doesn't want to waste any energy. No high fives, no lifting water to his mouth. He is exhausted.
A heroic performance by Michael Jordan. He has played 35 minutes. He has scored 30 points. Russell on Jordan. Anderson cheating over. Shot clock at 7. Jordan shooting. Yes. Chicago 79 and Utah 77.
It was up with Chip Traynor, the Bulls trainer, and Chip says Michael's just still fatigued, totally fatigued. He doesn't know how he continues to play, but as you watch him, he is struggling and still out there trying to give it his all.
We're down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the fourth. The game tied at 81. Malone played by Rodman and double team. Pippen knocked to the side. Picked up, recovered though. Stockton for 3. Same exact spot that he hit that enormous three-pointer in game 4. And he just did it with 2 on the shot clock. 3-point Jazz lead. Bulls have missed their last 6 shots. Jordan, yes. But Jazz by 1. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. The Jazz 85, the Bulls 84. Jordan, an 83% free throw shooter during the season. And the game is tied at 85.
Marv, the Bulls have been here so many times. The huge games, year after year. The confidence, the poise, the determination. The discipline and organization down the stretch, all paying off right now with Jordan masterfully at the line.
Jordan able to scoop up the loose ball for the possession with 40 seconds remaining. The game tied at 85. On the shot clock. Pippen backing Hornacek. Here's Jordan. Yes! Michael Jordan from straight away. It looks like he's a boxer just hanging on along the ropes, but able to hit for a 3-point Chicago lead. Beautiful feed. Oster tag. Cuts it to 1.
You got a foul right now. You got a foul. Karl Malone, what are you doing?
We're down to 10 seconds.
You got a foul.
As they open the floor. Finally able to put it home from Tony Kukoc. 3-point Chicago lead with 6 and 2/10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
That's hard to believe that you can lose track of time and score as Karl Malone did there right next to Pippen. He does have 5 fouls. No excuse. Should have committed one there.
Up Scotty, and then for no reason they double team Scotty down low and leaving Michael Jordan. He knocks down this 3, gives him the huge lead. And then the total exhaustion on the bench. Michael Jordan sucking air, got the back massage from Scottie Pippen.
And the Chicago Bulls have defeated the Utah Jazz to take a 3-2 lead. They win it 90-88. A courageous, classic performance by the flu-ridden Michael Jordan. The Bulls with a 3-2 lead after snapping Utah's home win streak at 23 in a row. John Stockton controlling the opening tip in early foul trouble. Just picked up a second personal. Now Jordan trying to go to work on Russell, and he got it every time. And here's Jordan. Yes. Here's Michael Jordan. Utah up by 7. How about Chicago with 29 points and just under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Jordan for 3. Yes. Traffic. Out of 3. Here's Jordan getting the step and hitting. 6/10 of a second remaining. Oh, Malone and Rodman bumping each other. Joe Crawford on the scene immediately, indicating at least one technical, and then checking it over. Let's see. Winning games 6 and 7 on the road. Several teams have won game 7 on the road. Well, the Chicago Bulls are hoping to wrap it up here tonight. And Michael Jordan cuts it to a 5-point Utah lead. Now Jordan posting up and finishes with the fadeaway. Comes Jordan. Jordan putting those on Stockton. Jordan putting those on Hornacek and going the distance. The Bulls have missed their last 5 shots and some sloppy pass work. Jordan, yes, he thought it was foul.
Not going to worry about Randy Brown at the offensive end. He'll be looking to help out on Jordan or Pippen.
Oh, Jordan scooped it up on the steal. Jordan, yes. And he's tied the game at 76. 31 points for Michael Jordan. 4-piece on Longley, Pippen, and Williams. Jordan.
You can't just open up the floodgates.
Others
cannot convert the layup.
That's the second time he's blown the layup, and this time Jordan comes right back. Anderson felt he was fouled.
I thought he slapped that ball out of bounds.
Just under 4 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter. The Bulls hoping to wrap the series in this game number 6. The Jazz looking to extend to a 7th game. Jordan with the spin. Yes! And the Bulls lead by 3. Jordan saw the opening and then gave it up to Kerr. Jordan. Yes. The Bulls 86 and the Jazz 83.
How you respond to pressure, that's going to determine this game. It's been Jordan huge so far. Now it's Karl Malone's time to battle the MVP.
Well, Hornacek had to save that pass from Malone. Russell for 3. An enormous shot by Brian Russell. He's 5 of 8 from downtown. He's tied the game at 86.
Terrific job by Jeff Hornacek just to get rid of the ball, get it out to Shannon Anderson, who doesn't want to shoot it, but got it to somebody who will.
Right, Marv, no surprise. During that timeout, Michael Jordan kept saying over and over, give it to me, give it to me. So he will be isolated. Let's go down to Jim Gray.
All right, Ahmad. Well, Jerry Sloan was saying, don't run away from Michael. Stay with him this time. Whatever you do, stay with him. If you're picked off him, get right back to him. Marv?
All right, Jim, 25 seconds in regulation. Game tied at 86. 4-second differential between the 24-second clock and the game clock. It is Michael Jordan time. Scottie Pippen looking for Michael Jordan. Checks the clock. 5 on the 24. Here's Jordan. Did not have the shot. Kerr just needed it. 5 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Jazz take a timeout.
Well, the question was, would they come double Michael Jordan? Stockton game. Steve Kerr, reminiscent of John Paxson in '93.
We wanted to get a look at what Utah was about to do. 5 seconds remaining in regulation. The inbound. Pippen rolls it to Kukoc. Bulls have won their 5th championship in the last 7 years. Just 0.6 of a second remaining. It's a 4-point lead. There will. Now probably they are saying now it's over. The clock did run out. The Utah Jazz indicating that there still should have been 0.6 of a second remaining. But the indication is it is all over. The Bulls have won the title by defeating the Jazz 90-86. It is Bedlam here at the United Center.
Phil Jackson, so calm, so at peace with himself. And then the triumphant fist in the air. And he starts whistling, the true sign of a coach.
The celebration continues here at the United Center in Chicago.
Well, it was obviously Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen carrying the offensive load, but they desperately needed their supporting cast, not with any mammoth numbers or anything like that, but just key plays here and there. They got it from Judd Bushler. They got it from Tony Kukoc on that last defensive play. And did they ever get it from Steve Kerr on the game-winning field goal?
And then when it was all over, Karl Malone goes by and congratulates Phil Jackson. An emotional moment there, very tough and disappointing. You don't get this far very many times. And then the two MVPs, Jordan and Karl Malone.
Who could it be? 5 finals, 5 championships, 5 MVPs. He showed us he's the best basketball player in the world. He's got the most courage we've ever seen. Congratulations, Michael Jordan, 1997 Finals MVP. No, I did enjoy this journey. This was filled with injuries and suspensions, but we had a great run, didn't we? It was wonderful. Thank you. I want to take my hat off. Let me put it on. I want to take my hat off to the 2 leaders on this team, Scottie and Michael, who did a wonderful job.
Before you get out of here, Phil, see, it was so much fun this time. We're going to do it again next year?
Oh, man. I don't know. 3 times is nice. I know that. I can't remember when it was.
But you think you guys will get together and do it all again?
Oh, tough question to ask us right now. We're just enjoying what we're doing.
Celebrate. Go ahead and celebrate. Yeah. Michael, you're named MVP, but as you accepted the trophy, you said to Scottie that he was your MVP.
Scottie Pippen, we're a tandem. It's hard to split us up. He means a lot to me when I go out and play on the basketball court. He relieves a lot of the pressure that I have to deal with. I try to do the same for him. It's hard to take this MVP by myself. He's got to take half of it. I take the trophy, he may get the car.
Scottie, the first one had to be real sweet. What about the 5th one?
This one is great. It was a lot tougher for us, a very difficult task to beat the Utah Jazz. We take our hats off to them. They gave us a hell of a series, but we stepped up as champions should do, and we brought it back home for number 5.
Yeah.